Good morning. It is a new day in the shop and we are on the spud truck today. We got Peanut helping. We've got Caitlin helping. We have sent the boys on a journey to Las Vegas to pick up another jalopy Jeep. I think this jalopy Jeep is actually a Toyota. But enough about jalopy Jeeps, Toyotas, and Las Vegas. Spud truck time. Man, we gotta get some momentum here.
They've already told you they want it done.
Yeah, yes, they do. We all want it done. So LT has the engine ready for this. We have the transmission ready. We've just got to get LT here. That's another thing we got to do today. I've got to talk to LT. Anyway, Caitlin, I have a job for you.
All right.
We have spent 3 months trying to get these shocks mounted and it just hasn't happened. I just need you to mount these shocks. The right bolts and torque down.
Okay, we can do that.
I'm going to be permanently mounting the steering box, put the pitman arm on it, figure out what we need to do for the drag link, and then once that's done, going straight to brake booster, getting that mounted, master cylinder, all that. Peanut, what are you working on? Well, Peanut, we don't need any of those on the spud truck today.
We going to Vegas, baby! We're picking up a Jeep. Or are we picking up a Jeep? We're picking
Cruiser.
No.
Land Cruiser.
No,
Yeah.
Colin, we're not picking up a Land Cruiser.
So we're picking up a Land Cruiser for the off-road games. We're super excited about it and cannot wait to build it. Jake, what's the weather like at least?
Well, I can't even think of the weather because now I know that we're chopping a Toyota Land Cruiser. The weather today is 45 degrees. It's chilly. I got my matte sweater on. Winter is here.
We're gonna stop, we're gonna pick up some diesel, pick up some death, and maybe a little snack. And then we got 2 hours of driving ahead of us.
All right. There's some sort of warning card on here. It's just telling me to make sure that this red line and this red line line up before you put this on. Otherwise, disaster. All right, that goes there. This goes there. This goes here, but it won't go yet, so we got to set it down a little bit like this at first. But that brings us to our next problem. I don't have a socket. I do have a socket this big. To the Connex.
I think you have a picture of Rhett doing this in your hallway.
Yes, Ninja Warrior stuff. So he gets it from his daddy.
Jumping spider! No! Decent!
I should get a socket for this. I've got that 1 inch. Let's go find a nut for this.
Heavy?
All right, I got that completely done, and I noticed that the MORR is currently not in its lineup. So for those of you that don't know, if you come and visit us here in Hurricane, you can come and get a tour of the yard and see all the vehicles. Right now, there's an empty spot right there. So we're gonna put the MORR back in its spot. That's much better. So if you are ever in Hurricane, make sure to come swing by the yard. Unfortunately, you probably won't get to meet any of the crew as we're really busy, but you will get to see all the vehicles. And if you're lucky, you might even get to see a dog. Hi, lady.
After driving through the desert, we have finally made it to Vegas and it is way over there. We're getting close and I'm super excited. Is it, what, do we even know what color it is?
I haven't a clue.
I don't remember. I saw pictures of it. We're getting close. We are 9 minutes out. We're gonna start counting down the clock. 10, 9. We are 1 minute away. We're gonna turn the cameras off and talk to the guy and just see if it's okay if we film, and we'll get back with you in a minute.
Pittsburgh Steel, where's that net at? That's it right there. All right. Okay, now I need to reverse it. Okay, there should be a washer there, right there. Not go on there yet? Okay, let's anti-seize all that. This is some anti-seize lubricant. Some people call it never seize. Never seize lubricant. And go. One more. That's good.
I've been seeing it turning, but my goodness.
All right, that's tight enough. I have no idea how tight it is, but I think that's tight enough.
800 foot-pounds?
Yeah, that's like a
Something
lot.
like that.
Woo! That's how it's done right there. Because we narrowed the frame, we're gonna have to shorten this drag link. But we've lost the coupler. The coupler came in the kit. We looked at, oh, that is just gross. Peanut. Anyway, we can't find it. It came here and now it's gone from here. So we gotta order a new one, and when it gets here, I'll find out if I can just shorten these, if we have enough threads. If not, we'll do something else. We could shorten this and sleeve it. We have options.
Well, I haven't bought it yet, but I have the key.
Let's go for a test
Yeah,
drive,
we're gonna
dude.
go for a little test drive real quick. He says it's cool to film. I mean, it's nice. It's gonna be perfect for what we're gonna do with it. Come here, check this
Hey,
out.
and Colin, it doesn't have smoke taillights.
No, it doesn't. Check this out. Leather seats. That's luxury, right? That's sweet. All right, let's go for a ride real quick.
Let's do it, dude.
This is so perfect. It's exactly what we need.
Dude, this is luxurious.
I like the seats. Oh man, I cannot wait to chop this up. I mean, restore it.
Restore. It feels kind of funky.
It won't feel funky when we cut all the weight off.
Yeah.
That's to the floor. That is literally to the floor. That is all she can do.
What a unit.
Yeah, we're not driving this thing home.
No.
All right, let's go buy it. I say we take it home. Let's see if she can crawl a curb real quick. Oh yeah. Yep. That ain't going nowhere.
We got the Land Cruiser, we got lunch, it's been a good day, we're heading back to the yard. And yesterday Matt was telling Colin and I, our buddy Colt over at Colt Builds It, check out his channel. He did this in 2 days. So Colin and I are challenging ourselves. We're gonna cage that Land Cruiser in 2 days.
Let's do it.
All right, we'll see you back at the yard.
Oh yeah. We're about to start this, but before we can, we've got to go back and check on Caitlin's job and make sure everything's torqued right. Feels good. Good job, Caitlin. You finally did what they couldn't do.
Thank you.
Brett, what are you working on?
Whoa. Lots of things right now. I had to be quiet for a minute, so I was working on a different thing. Now I'm gonna go back to what I needed to make noise on.
Which is?
Cutting, I don't know what it is, just cutting something out. I don't know what it's called.
So Rhett said a thing there that you might not understand. He said he had to be quiet for a little while. Let me show you what he's talking about. Makes it really hard for you to hear what I'm saying while Rhett's doing that, so we have to tell him to be quiet. And then you can hear me just fine when he stops.
Was he really talking?
Yes.
Oh.
Hey, look, you did the thing.
I did the thing, it's on the ground now. I think that was what the fuel lines ran through. It had a tank right here.
All right, we've got some work to do here. All right, so the interference is the diameter of this versus the diameter of this, and this is too small. So, that's how it goes.
The spud truck has not been completely stripped out yet, so we are gonna finish that job. And that means
No cutting wires.
taking everything else out.
We've got a little bit of an injury here. Don't do it too tight. And I'm leaking some hydraulic fluid. So,
Don't make his hand turn purple now.
yeah, so we're gonna fix it with a tourniquet. All right, thank you.
All right, we made it back, you guys. We got a Land Cruiser.
Let's see here.
See, Matt sees this thing and he's like, yeah, it's a Land Cruiser. I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh.
Well, Matt can't tell the difference between a Land Cruiser and a Land Rover, so.
I've owned 6 of these. I'm in love with this platform.
It says sports, so you know it's good.
Oh, that's how you know it's good.
That's how you know it's
Pathfinder.
good. If Peanut likes it, that's all that matters. Do you like it?
Oh, that looks nice.
It's not.
It's something.
It's
It
slow.
is, Colin. You don't know.
Colin
is a
doesn't have a
beast.
very refined palate.
Hold on. No,
He
no, no.
likes.
Listen, I drove this thing and it's like hit it to the floor and it will maybe go.
Wait till you're crawling up nasty half in it. You'll be impressed.
That right there is Toyota.
That doesn't want to run.
My question is, why is it dying now? Smells like old gas.
Oh yeah, he said the gas has been sitting for 3/4 of a year. We need to put some bread. Yeah, it's running off varnish right now.
Is it still not idling?
No.
Yeah, he said this gas is no good.
But you drove it?
Start.
Yeah,
start
we drove
it up
it.
again. I
We
wanna
drove it
think-
around
I
the
wanna-
block.
Did we just buy another car that doesn't run?
It'll run.
Fine.
That's normal. That's a confidence-inspiring fuse panel right there.
In all reality.
These are nice little buckets.
Yeah. That's what you need to put in your Corvairs.
It's a luxury vehicle.
They're not big enough for me. That's what emphasis on little.
You
How
could
many
put them in your
miles on it?
Corvair and have a center console with those.
This looks familiar.
332,000.
It's low miles.
We got a bunch done on the spud truck today. There's a lot more to go, but we've got to get the desert buggy in here because we got to do some time trials. And if you remember last time, it had some shortcomings. We got to fix those and find out what the new shortcomings are. So that's what we're going to be working on tomorrow. All right, we're upgrading the rear, which is the whole purpose of what we were doing anyway. We just illustrated it accidentally how weak it was. Once again, the beat. I also, excuse me, the first time ever wearing a welding helmet. I have also come to the realization that I have not been being true to myself and in return not being true to you. Here's the problem. 100 years ago, I designed and built a sandrail for my young family. Low center of gravity, 5 seats, pretty plush suspension, but it wasn't designed to be ripped through the desert. Life got in the way and I didn't finish it. I only took it out a couple times. So like a young Frank Costanza, I was cocky and I thought that if I seasoned it enough that it would be okay. It's not gonna be okay. This is never gonna be a pre-runner. It's just too far from that. What it can be is a great desert buggy to get seat time. What I've got to do is build a real pre-runner. So here's the deal. I just switched everything up. This is no longer a Baja pre-runner. It is simply a desert buggy to get my crew seat time. This is gonna be adequate because they're gonna be driving it at 30% pre-runner, which is 5/8 speed race. So that's like 11 miles an hour. All of that leads us to this point where we're back on this. We're gonna put these on, we're gonna put it back together, and we're gonna take it out in the desert. Dang it.
I love that idea.
And this is hot.
Morning, Ed.
Morning.
How's the weather?
Nice day today. No wind much. Gonna be up about 85.
Let me check. I gotta check your work, Ed.
No.
It is a nice day. I've got to go find parts. Caitlin's going to be cutting out some parts, then we're going to be welding them and bolting them onto the desert buggy. No longer the Prerunner, the desert buggy. Very strong man to curl this. And this one, it's hard for a man to curl. All right, Caitlin, I think it's time for the final assembly of this particular part. I need 2 bolts, fine thread, the next size shorter than this. Okay. Quite a bit more beef. Let's check this. All right.
Look at that.
I think it's gonna work. All right, now we just gotta do it all over again on this side, and then when we get to that point, I'll bring you back and show you where we're mounting these shocks. I'm gonna see, gotta put my work hat on. I'm gonna see if we've got what it takes. Get this off of there. Minimal cutting. Y'all know what time it is. That's right, folks. I can literally tear metal in half with my gloved hands. All right, we got to clean that up. What a mess. That's a different job, different day. All right, let's see if this side is as agreeable as the other side was.
What are you doing in here?
You want to see?
Oh, you're hitting something.
Here.
I see that.
There's 2 ways to get anger out of your system. One way is by saying, "Serenity now!" And the other way is what I'm doing over here.
Okay.
This one's coming off as easy. This one was welded better.
Out of breath. He's out of shape. He shouldn't be swinging a hammer that hard.
Got it. All right, let me tell you my plan. I do have a plan here. So the plan is to use this original shock tower as a base for the new shock mount. And we're gonna pretend like that was the plan all along, and everyone's gonna play along. All right, I stayed in here late last night. I got this done. It's not done, but they're installed. We just gotta cap them. Look at that little wowie I had to put in there to straighten everything out. We're just gonna get this put back together. We got little things to do, and then we're taking it out in the desert to test it, and then we'll do the next thing. A few months ago, when I put the turbo on my Spider, I said the first test drive is gonna be up at Brad's in Cedar City, but we never did it, but today we are. So, look what we got. We got Doug in his Corsa convertible, Jamie in her Corsa coupe. We've got Rhett in his early sedan, early coupe, and then up here, we've got the tail of 2 Spiders. 62 Spider, fully loaded, factory metallics, heavy duty suspension, sway bars, limit straps, all that stuff. And this car is the same.
Looks like we got ourselves a convoy.
circular again.
I got mufflers for him.
Oh no.
You can't bring this many Corvairs this far without something going wrong.
Same thing would be that.
Well, we're gonna have to put some mufflers on it now.
I got him.
Well, yeah, but I don't think I want him to drag all the way home.
Oh, we'll fix it. I'm gonna let this cool off. I got the tools in my box to take that off.
I didn't bring your wire with me.
Because of the car.
Got myself a pastrami burger. There's only a handful of places in the whole United States you can get a burger that's this good. This is one of them.
Cheeseburger, grilled chicken.
Pastrami.
Super burger.
This Dirty Dr. Pepper, on point. Some of you might not know what a Dirty Dr. Pepper is. Coconut Dr. Pepper.
All right. That'll get him home. All right, like I said, this is now the desert buggy. It is no longer the Prerunner because we just can't make it that. But we are going to get seat time for the crew out in the desert in this, where they'll be driving at 11% of race speed. All right, we found us a nice little stretch of road down here south of the border, and we're going to see if this will actually drive through the desert.
We're testing to see if it'll drive through the desert?
We are.
Oh boy.
We are. I have high hopes.
I'm good.
Give that a 10 out of 10. Hot lap.
Here comes Caitlin on her second run. Colby's putting the hammer down. And that was Jake. All right, Jake has one more run, and then I think that's a wrap. That's a wrap for the desert testing. Now we've got to drive it through the dunes. Don't lose me. All right. I gotta ride back to good old Utah. So, Caitlin loaned me her glasses. Whenever I see these glasses, it reminds me of a character named Powerline from a Goofy movie. Like, I don't know why that stuck in my head. I haven't even seen the whole video, but I walked in and my kids are like, "It's Powerline!" And I just never forgot it.
Is that the rock star?
Yeah, he's like a rock star in a Goofy movie.
One of my favorite kid movies.
Okay.
Well, you guys look good.
Well, do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, you look exactly like him.
I do. And I sound like him too. Welcome to the jungle! I don't even know what he sings.
I don't know.
Let's go. So Colby slid us into a little bit of a berm there, and look what happened. We're gonna have to hit a rock to pop that back on. Do it again a little harder. Not working. One more time. All right, we called those guys. We're gonna try to get some water to see if that's enough lubricant. Maybe there's something to hit it with a hammer. I don't know. We're gonna try to lube it up and then put it back on.
If I do this, it stops leaking.
Is it leaking? Turn your head. All right.
There we go.
Luckily, we're in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, and the friendly buddy helped us out, got our tire back on track. We're gonna try again.
So Matt told us to go and have fun and then bring it back in one piece. So that's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna try to make it back to the shop before 5 going that way.
All right, now it's my turn.
Time to switch.
Sorry. Oh shoot!
You chose a way.
I chose a really bad way.
Hold on, don't start it till it's in neutral.
I thought this just cut quite straight across, but I was very wrong.
I was like, why are you doing
Okay, we're good.
Nice.
All is well. Now we're actually in the Burrito. Okay, in total we went about 20 miles, but that includes coming back to the shop. Our average speed was 23.2 miles, and our pace was 235 miles.
Okay.
We were out about an hour.
Since the tire repair.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. We have to bump that average up about 10 miles an hour.
We got so excited racing around in the desert that we forgot to say,
Thanks for watching, everybody.
see you next time. Welcome to the jungle. I don't even know what he sings.
I don't remember.
We get power from the power lines. Let's go.